And after my brain cells not functioning, here we go. Everything's up and running. Um, so, carrying on from where we left off, the party had arrived, had basically finished fighting the Baylor that they were dealing with in the previous session, concluding the events in Orcus, and had chosen to take the high priestesses. Oh my god, that's a tongue twister. Had decided to take her personal ocean craft to get to Batzel, where the party were gathering some information to figure out where they were supposed to go. And I forget whether it was an on-screen thing or not, but I'm just going to say that you guys have gotten a room at an inn. Just for the sake of, fuck it, it makes my life easier.
I think it was.
I don't remember, because I normally listen back to the VOD for like the last 15 minutes of it to remind myself where I stopped. However, I forgot to do that today. So, L.
He was making beautiful creations.
Yeah. Yes. Anyway, so...
East.
So, gonna go from you guys chilling in your tavern room. It is still the 22nd of December, 67 AR. So, same day. I'm gonna say late evening. Brain cells, please. Get the right thing. Open. Okay, there we go.
You say in our cabin?
Yes, you have a room at the tavern.
Cabin.
God, I've got to make sure I've got the right pages open. There we go.
And we're still in Batzel.
Yes. You have not left yet. Is there anything that you guys intend to do with the rest of the evening? Or would you like to just rest?
Sleep.
Yeah.
Scarf.
Yes. Roll me a craft check, please.
Just in case we get attacked in the middle of the night, I'm not going to use my spell
Fair.
to make the craft better.
Roll it with advantage, because you're already, if memory serves correctly, you're already halfway through it.
Yeah. Don't think I needed advantage. Wow. That's 219. So
Fuck yeah.
let me check what my craft is. 7. So 26.
Okay. So you managed to get up to the ending parts of the scarf. You reckon one more evening of doing it, and it should be done. What kind of design is the scarf? What have you designed on it?
I will be drawing it. It's going to have some embroidered fun stuff and patterns and.
Ooh, I look forward to it. Okay, so anybody else doing anything with the evening? Or are we just going to sleep?
I think we're going to sleep.
Eepy time. Honk Mimi.
Honk Mimi.
What if we Mimi honks?
I know, crazy idea.
No.
So you end up taking a rest and staying at the inn for the night. It's now the 23rd of December, 67 AR. You go through the usual routine, wake up, eat, refresh yourselves, clean up, and during that morning, Xavier appears to be a little bit distracted. And you notice that he is going through a large tome. Who am I going to throw in the deep end? The base. There are 4 of you today. Oh, yeah, there are 4 of you because Hugmug's player is racing. Okay, it's Marcel.
Hello.
You notice that the title on the tome that Xavier is flicking through appears to be a list of his previous contacts and people that are quote unquote safe. Essentially, like what I can only describe as like the equivalent of like those big fucking yellow books you used to get.
Hello, friend. What have you got there?
Oh, hello. I was looking through some old contacts I've made during my time at the Shattered Tantala. And there is one particular person that we might find helpful. We're planning on going up to Mistos, yes?
Yes.
Well, I may know somebody that could help escort us there.
Okay.
Mm,
Who would that be?
his name is Sebastian. Sebastian Felis.
Bastian. Okay.
He is one of the many illusionists that I have encountered on my journey.
Oh, another illusionist.
But
Interesting.
he is a little unique, one might say.
Unique how?
Well, it is hard to describe.
Alright. I guess I will just have to wait and find out. If we meet.
Well, and he addresses the whole party. We're heading to Mistos, so I might be able to pull this guy into doing us a favor by acting as our guide. Might get us there a little quicker.
Makes sense.
So what do you guys think? Should we go and meet this guy?
I think it's a good idea.
Sounds fun.
See why not?
Sounds fun.
And so after a little bit, you get ready to set out. And you go to this small cottage towards the outskirts of the town. The door. You watch as Xavier goes up to the door. It is a dark mahogany color. And he knocks on it. And there's just a moment of awkward silence. You hear this rustling from behind the door, and a key in a lock turning. Well, you are greeted with the sight of. This is where I have to remember which. Okay, yeah. You are greeted with the sight of a black-haired half-elf male. He takes one look at Xavier and sighs. Hello again. Any particular reason you're here? Looking for a guide. Could you take us? And where are you going to? And the half elf looks at the rest of the group.
We're going to Eldaris through Mistos.
Okay, bye. And he starts closing the door. You watch as Xavier puts his foot in the doorway.
Oh, wait, what's the problem?
Well, you see, I can't be asked. I will never help you. Never. Never in a million years. And
Right, the hook multiplier would be very useful here. With that persuasion.
you watch as he is trying to close the door on Xavier's foot. And then he looks behind Xavier, because he acknowledges Xavier, acknowledges Florian, sees Marcel. The point where Xavier is standing is blocking his view of Mocha and Scoria. So as Sebastian tilts his head around, he sees the two of you. Then looks at Xavier. Missed us. No. Okay, but hear me out. I buy you a bottle of meat when we get there. A bottle of meat. A bottle of meat. That does sound good. I'll help. Bottle of meat, yes? A bottle of meat. A bottle of meat? Meat. And so you watch as he opens the door.
Also like a bottle of meat.
And Bate walks out, and he is holding a deck of cards as he's cycling through them. Puts them on his belt. And as he's approaching you to introduce himself, he looks over at Mocha and Scoria. Ladies, would you like a... And he doesn't get to finish the sentence because he slipped on a patch of ice on his pathway and face plants into the floor.
Oh dear. Are you okay?
Ow. And he gets up. Well, not exactly the most classy thing I've done. So...
Don't worry, nobody saw.
If I'm to understand, you young ladies and gentlemen are following this bastard, and he waves his hand to Xavier.
That's the guy.
The bastard.
Through to Mistos. Wait, he takes a moment, looks over at Xavier. If you're here, that means that you're kicked out the Shattered Antler. So you're going to be pursued and potentially killed in the process. Potentially, it's not like I've already been stabbed once. And you watch as this man's facial expression, it looks like he's swallowed an entire lemon. As Sebastian takes a moment to think. Well, as the seemingly only responsible adult here, I think this is a marvelous idea. When are we going?
When is the earliest that you can travel?
He closes the door behind him. Now! I have nothing better to be
Let's
doing.
go.
Excellent.
We're already gone.
I can still see you, so...
It's just my after image.
Well, that's cute,
It
but...
seems to fade away. I was never here to begin with.
And
Chico! Oh my god.
And so, as a collective, you start making your way down the road towards Mistos. Occasionally, Sebastian attempts to make a pass at Mocha and Scoria, and each time he tries to show off a little bit, he ends up walking into something. Be it one of the road signs, a tree.
Hey baby, you looking real fine, donk.
Basically,
You wanna go out to dinner, donk? Just cuts to like 2 hours later with his face covered in bruises.
Your spatial awareness could use a little bit of work.
True. However, I present the following counter-argument. And then he proceeds to fall on his face.
Well, I'm
Dark,
convinced.
and let me try. And Wonka face plants to fall.
Oh dear.
And as you
I
do
see what
so,
you mean.
you go face first into snow, and you realise that your face has broken the snow over the top of a leaf bunny den. And you see these adorable little leaf bunnies just nibbling away on a big old piece of leaf.
Oh my god, it's so cute!
And you just carry on walking.
Oh.
It seems to have zero interest in your presence.
Thank God, I was gonna roll like instant survival of am I fucked or not.
It's like you've
Have I
triggered
just
a thing
unlocked
that's
the
annoying
level
me.
99 leaf bunny?
Let's spin the wheel. Ah, you fuck!
And so
99% of the wheel is yes.
It's like it's just two colours. All of it's in red apart from one tiny little green slider.
Mega fucked.
Yeah, that's the jackpot.
yeah, there's no actual positive option on the wheel. It's just fucked or extreme fucked.
Fuck
Nice.
supreme.
That was great voice break there. Nice.
So, over the span of the next few hours, you end up arriving at Mistos. Which, the two towns are the town and the big city are surprisingly not that far apart from one another. And as you get there, Sebastian turns around, looks at Xavier. Never drag me out here again. Bye. And just walks off.
Okay. Bye.
Disappears back down the road that you walked up.
What about the mead?
Yeah, what about the bottle of mead?
Xavier looks just as confused as the rest of you.
Well, I guess that saves us a bit of money. I'll have his bottle of mead if he's not having it.
You and alcohol. That sounds like a terrible idea.
We're grown ups.
A terrible
You can have
idea
it.
that you'd love to experience.
He raises an eyebrow at you.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean, Marcel?
What is that supposed to mean?
Think of how fun and crazy I'd be if I'm drunk.
You're already crazy.
I do not want to
But
say
that'd be
that.
like 80% more fun.
I was thinking of a very inappropriate thing. So let's move on.
Trust me, I've done the maths.
Gloria,
What?
what were you thinking?
Things that you will have
So when
to
are we
wait to
going to stay?
experience. And he just pats, Xavier has to, crouch down to pat Florian on the head. And it's not a gentle pat. This man clearly does not know his own strength. And
He just
like-
watches knees bend each time.
You know-
his hand
You
hits
just hear a
him.
snap.
You know when you, really heavily, you push your hand down when you're petting a cat,
Snake.
and their ear just, part, and their head just, squats down slightly.
His body goes up and down
And
like
the
a
eye,
harmonica.
That's
and the
base-
eyelids.
Like a
Basically
accordion.
that with Florian at the moment, with head pats. You will find
Aw.
out eventually. And then he stands back up again.
Florian becomes an accordion.
Everyone always pets Florian and not me.
Oh, little Mocha wants a little pet.
And so you end up heading into literally that. Literally that.
Squish.
So you end up walking into Mistos, and you see that the city is seems to be divided up into four big sectors. Each one is run by a councilman or councilwoman. So there are, technically speaking, four ruling powers that have the city split between them. And you find out this information because it's basically plastered all over the billboard that you walk past on your way into the city. It's essentially almost like a tourist information board. And let's see. As you're walking through the street, you see a few signs. One of them points towards the northern exit of the city. that leads towards Viamos. There is an exit to the northeast of the city that heads out to Bathengar. And then there is also an exit point to the southeast of the city that leads to Nordham. And within the city, one of the... let's see. Would you guys like to make me a
No, quite nice.
investigation check?
No, it's missing something.
Perhaps.
The only thing I actually need for a D&D game.
I didn't grab my dice.
I got a 12.
A 12, okay? Pardon
me.
you.
I got a 19.
So 12 and 19. Mocha. What's up?
We
Well, that's-
rolling?
Yes, you're rolling investigation.
Investigation.
Holy shit. That's crazy. 11.
Always take the floor roll. 11 and... What's that total?
Find out.
What?
That's us.
Yes.
Investigation.
Yes.
25.
25.
Yep.
Okay, so, you know, it's a list of different sections of the city and different places. You've got the Major's Corner, Dersha Plaza, the city memorial for the corrupt councilwoman that was dethroned years ago, and a whole bunch of other things of interest like alchemist shops, different inns, taverns. Everything is mapped here. But the 2 or 3 big ones of note that seem to be presented a lot more is the Dershia Plaza, the exits to the city, and the direction. And I believe what was it? It was the council building for each of the 4 councilmen/women. So what would you like to do in the city whilst you're here? You can explore around. You can have a look at some of the different places.
What was the plaza called?
It was the Dershia Plaza.
Dershia Plaza. Oh, look at that.
Okay. Is everybody following with him?
Yes. Marching band.
Okay. So you all end up following after Marcel as he decides to just pick a direction and walk in it. And you find yourself in a large marketplace that's formed in almost like a diamond shape around a marble slab with what appears to be a crystalline statue of a woman.
Crystalline statue.
There is
recognize the woman?
No, you do not. This is not somebody that you would know. There is, however, a small golden plaque at the base of the statue.
Okay. Marcel's going to read the plaque.
It is not in a language that you understand.
Is it a language that I understand?
Let's have a look. It is not.
Do I know what the language is?
You can roll a linguistics check.
Heck yeah. Ooh, big number. Linguistics. Unnatural 20.
You realize that the plaque itself is written in Elvish and Aryalan.
I can read this.
Okay. Would you like to read it?
I know it. I know the area. Yes.
So you read the Aryalan part of it, And this appears to be a memorial to the late Miss Letizia Dershia.
Oh.
You have no idea who this is.
Letizia Dersha.
It must have been pretty important to get the whole statue for themselves.
Question.
Yes.
Is this the crystal statue?
It is a statue made of crystal, yes.
I might have not been paying attention for a second there.
That's
so I was
perfectly
reading
fine.
something.
That's fine. It is a crystal statue of a woman, yes.
Since Scoria is very much religious, would she know about the marking and the... I think you should put it as eternal bliss.
Roll me a religion check.
17.
No. Scoria would not have any information about branding or marking, as that is not something that would be put in any of the religious texts that she has consumed over the years.
Okie.
So, as far as you're aware, this is a almost uncanny valley level of accurate on its anatomy, on the way it looks, the way it's posed. And it's genuinely quite impressive. Whoever did this has definitely had a long time to work on this. But as far as you're aware, there is little more to this than it being a statue made of a rather beautiful coloured crystal. It almost shimmers like a rainbow in the sunlight. But aside from this crystal statue on this big old marble slab in the middle of the plaza, there is a whole bazaar of market stalls and things that you can purchase or locate. There appears to be a lot of people chatting away, and you can see a little further back that this district seems like it was quite poor, judging by some of the state of some of the buildings. However, you can see that there is a active construction effort going on throughout parts of the district to renovate it.
I want a snack.
You always want a snack.
Your nose leads you to a stall.
Yeah.
We'll say about 20 feet away from where the statue is, so where everybody else is. It appears to be some supersized chocobo drumsticks.
Yummy.
Oh my god, they smell so good. How much are they?
You take a look at the little sign, and it appears to be about 10 gil for each of them.
Oh my god.
The actual drumstick itself is the size of your head.
Oh my god.
Because chocobos are big birds.
How much money do I have? Because I want like 10 of them.
You'd only be able to carry one of them at a time.
Who said I was carrying them? They're in my fucking stomach, mate.
Well, I mean, you can...
You're just gonna lay them on the ground.
There's like a whole bowl of them, and you just see them raise the bowl up and they'll disappear.
I will hand over 20 gil and give one to Mocha and have one myself.
Fuck yeah! Thank you, Florian!
Okay,
You're welcome.
I will remove
I'll
20
just
gil from your inventory.
Like, the person just gives me it, Florian blinks, and it's gone.
So, you do that. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh dear.
Why am I rolling it?
Against indigestion.
No, you're rolling it to see if you suffocate or not.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm presuming what you've done is taken this big-ass drumstick and just decided to shove the whole thing in your mouth, strip it clean of meat, and pull it out clean.
Pretty
So
much.
it's just bone. However, doing so would
Does this
mean
count as related to breathing?
yes, it does.
I get advantage. Nice.
Start choking, and that's the end of Mocha. After all that.
24.
You succeed. You manage to not choke. However, your eyes do get quite teary from the fact that your airways are cut off for a significant period of time.
Be careful.
Oh my gosh, it was so good thing I didn't choke in the chocobo. You should put that in your branding. So good that you choke on the chocobo.
The merchant looks at you with concern. And their face is flushed a little red as you come to the realization that what you've just said sounds slightly innuendous.
No, Mocha's too innocent to realize that.
The point gets across that you realize that what you've just said doesn't sound quite right.
Oh well. Do I just have a big stick now?
You have a large bone in your hand. Yes, it is.
Can I keep it?
You may.
Fuck.
I will add that to your equipment.
Yay!
So, from here, Florian,
Yeah.
as you're eating it, I'm presuming you guys are wandering around the city as you do so.
Mm-hmm.
It is delicious. The reason I didn't describe it for Mocha is because I'm imagining that Mocha basically just swallowed the meat off of it and didn't bother chewing.
No. She's now the shape of the fucking thing.
Mocha becomes a drumstick.
A drumstick mocha.
What is this Tom and Jerry shit?
So,
Basically
Florian,
what happened.
the meat is deliciously well cooked, and it's almost like whatever it's been seasoned with. It's got a slight spiciness to it, but not enough that it stings your tongue, but enough that it gives it a pleasant, warm aftertaste to it. And you're eating that as yourself and the rest of your team have a little wander around the city. And I would say you spend like a couple hours there. And you have a choice to make. You can choose to stay in the city, or you can choose to press on towards Viamos.
What else is there to do in the city?
Aside from shopping, a lot of it would be, for lack of better phrasing, would be a lot of exploring
Flavor.
Like,
Be a lot of flavor.
I guess so, yeah.
There is one thing I want to do, and that's go to an alchemist shop and get as much healing potions and ethers
Yeah, look at
as
tomatoes.
I can carry.
Yep. Okay, so you go and look for an alchemist. Let's see. Let's close that. Let's open this. The irony of there's only one character that's listed here, and they are the lol. Okay, no, that's the wrong thing. It's that one. There we go. So you go off to find an alchemist. Can you find one? What kind of potion? Are you looking for cure potions, high potions?
Which one's stronger out of cure and high potion?
The high potion is significantly stronger.
Is it possible to get what are the revival items? The feather something.
Phoenix Downs.
Phoenix Downs. Yeah, Phoenix Downs, ethers, and high potions, if I can.
Okay. So you go to this store, and you find behind the counter. Oh god, here we go. I need to brain cell.
Lord Lupus, give us a throwaway NPC that we're all going to fall in love with.
No, don't say that, because it will happen.
It's already happening.
It happens all the time.
It happens all the time.
I don't need a musical chime to go with it, Monsieur. So you encounter this. She's an elderly brown rabbit folk woman that's running the store. Bye. And she introduces herself to you, seeing you prospective customer. Well, isn't it nice to see the youth? Emma, how can I help you, young man?
Hi, I'm looking for some Phoenix Downs, some ethers, and some high potions.
She ponders. Now let me think. Oh, yes, we got some recently in stock. Just bear with me a moment. I'm not the sprightly bunny I used to be. And so the old woman totters over to her to the counter, has a look around. Ah, yes. Here we go. And she pulls up a small list of things and presents it to you. And on it, it lists off the prices of potions, ethers, high potions, Phoenix Downs, high ethers, X potions, and X ethers. All of which are in high stock and seemingly high demand from how many she's recently had to purchase.
Are those anywhere? They're in alchemical items, of course. Let me just
Yes. I should have filtered the list. Yeah, the list has been filtered properly.
check. That's everything we. Okay.
That's everything that she's got on that list that you've asked about.
It's like I'll have to do without my calculator. I don't know where it is. X ethers are big ether.
Big ether
That's
energy.
great. I need that. I need all those X ethers. All a billion of them. Hang on. Next down, if I can get 5 of those, 5 times 1,400. 5. Maybe not 5 X ethers. 2 X ethers. 2, 450. And then some ethers.
If anybody else would like to make purchases whilst you're here, you're more than welcome to. Because I presume that everybody's come with So if you have funding to spend, go for it.
I mean, I would also like to buy some ethers.
If you look on the drive links, be the alchemical items. You want to have a look for yourself. Which is lovely. Excuse me a few seconds to.
Woo!
My notes.
They are expensive.
If
They
you
don't
go
have much money.
straight for the big ones, then yes, they're going to be expensive.
I don't have that much money. I mean, I have a way of healing pretty well.
I'm
so
going to spend
go for just
thousands.
ethers.
Like most of my money.
Fair.
I want to buy 8 ethers.
Okay, if you could just put it in the main chat for me, because that makes my life a little bit easier.
Because it is kind of the only thing that I really need.
Well, so put it in the main chat. That'll make my life easier, so I can do the math and add them. Right.
Okay. I am getting 5 Phoenix Downs, 2 X Ethers, 3 High Ethers, and 5 X Potions, which should come to 25,850.
You pop that in the chat for me as well, because then I can tinker about and put that onto your sheet whilst this session continues. Basically, it gives my brain something to fixate itself on whilst I'm
Times High Ether 5 times X.
Okay.
Potion.
So, whilst you guys are purchasing your alchemical, you okay, I'll pop that in. Start doing that now. Whilst I'm sorting this, what are you guys planning on doing? You continuing to purchase? Is anybody else purchasing stuff before you move along, or
I have already purchased all that I need.
okay? Okay then. So I presume that from here the party will be heading out of the city.
I guess so, unless there's anyone else to visit.
Not that I'm aware of. Okay. So, you start making your way out of the city. And you get a few hours out before you have to stop for the night. Is anybody taking watch? And if so, who?
I should wait. No.
I can take watch.
I can also take watch. How many watches do we need for the night?
It's recommended to have two. Two at a time.
Watches. Oh, has good perception. And also, I remember rightly, I have
Right.
chance, so I don't need to sleep that much. My perception is +9. I volunteered self to take watch. At least one of your watches.
And so it'll be Florian and Marcel taking first watch, yes?
Yep.
Okay. And then I'll let you two pick who you're waking. Meanwhile, So you'll settle in for the night. Oh, jeez. Bear with me a sec. Can you make me some perception checks as you're on watch?
That is an 18.
Mm. That is a perception. Unnatural 20.
Okay. Bear with.
Pardon me, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Bruh.
I'm not even drinking anything. I'm just breathing, bro.
She just breathes and then she just burps.
I mean, air just be like that, you know.
So true.
That's how it is.
What makes the difference between a fart and a burp other than which end it comes out? You know, it's all gas at the end of the day.
Content.
That was also meant to be in my head, not out loud. Shit. Shit.
Well done.
Sounded like an inside thought.
Well done.
It's like as soon as I finished, I was like, shit, I'm saying that out loud.
That couldn't have gone better
My
for you.
guy.
Anyway, before Mocha implodes from a little bit of embarrassment, Florian, your alchemicals have been added to your page. Literally just adding a description for him now.
Okay.
So, you guys hear something quite large out in the wilderness. You can't see it, but you can hear it.
Why? What is that? It's huge. I think.
Can we determine anything about it based on the sound?
It's not something that you're familiar with the sound of.
I'm gonna praise the guidance from Etro.
Okay, roll a religion check.
Beep beep beep. Oh. Can I use, because I have an ability, do over?
Yeah?
Because I rolled a 4 on the dice.
Yeah, go for it.
As long as it's not worse. It's better! Yippee. Let me just remove that do over. Remaining use is 5. No, not compatibility. No, social. There we go. Religions. 17.
17. The creature that is looming somewhere in their vicinity. Let me. Sorry, I've got to find this thing. I'm trying to give you a rough description of what it is, but I also can't remember what the thing looks like.
It looks like a thing.
Very specific. You're not quite sure what it is, but the only intuition that you are granted is that this creature, whatever it is large and winged.
Does it look like it's
Very
spotted us?
concerning.
What's it doing?
It appears to be pecking around. taking an interest in the ground.
Chocobo.
No, it is not.
It's too big for that.
The fat chocobo.
I don't think one of the gods is going to descend from the heavens to greet you.
What? What?
What?
There's a fat chocobo
The
god?
fat triple.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not familiar with the lore.
You fool.
The lore.
Don't. No. And you realize that whatever this creature isn't actually that big. As you see this large orb-shaped creature begin to roll, you can only see its silhouette, but it's rolling like a beach ball through the snow.
It's fucking rolling.
It's rolling like a ball.
Could that be because it is a ball?
It does seem very spherical in nature. Yes.
Oh, I don't know. History? Nature? Check? We recognize it?
I can tell you without having to make a check. You do not recognize this thing because it's not something that you would casually encounter.
That's what we read about either?
Nope.
Well, it's something we've casually encountered, so.
We have quite casually encountered it.
To say that this is not something this creature would not be something you would see on the island of Arnexia. The conditions within that area would not be livable for it.
Right.
Its poor spherical body will probably get blown away by the winds. But it continues to roll.
In our direction?
No. But as it's rolling around within a close enough vicinity to bother you. And it continues rolling. Let's roll 20.
Roll to see where it rolls.
And it rolls up to the 10. Completely oblivious to your presence. Because these new tents that you have purchased for yourselves appear to blend in with the surroundings. You realize that the snow that has fallen has essentially masked the tents. So it has no idea that it's rolling towards something that could potentially endanger its existence. But you do get a good look at it. As it mindlessly stares at the tent and starts pecking at the ground in front of the entrance to the tent.
Stay very quiet.
And it just...
Waiting to see if it stops showing interest.
It doesn't seem interested in the tent so much as the debris around the tents from where you had food. By the way, please remove one of your tray of rations for the day before I forget.
Of course.
So give me a second, I'm going to close the blinds because the sun is right in my eyes. And as a
Dude, you
DM,
got sun?
I would not like to be inflicted with blind.
Oh my god, what a creature.
I don't know if you've looked at the chat, but that's what's poking around.
Yeah, that's what I just did. I was thinking of a literal sphere with like wings.
It may as well be a sphere, yeah.
It rolls around.
Yes. You watch as it tucks its legs in and proceeds to start rolling like a ball again.
Away from the tent?
towards the tent that Mason and Xavier are sleeping in. Because you have 3 tents, so you've got the fellas in one, the ladies in another, and then Mason and Xavier in the third. Their tent has the divider, so they don't have to look at each other. So you watch as it rolls. Pokes its legs out. Starts pecking at the ground. And then watch as it rolls onto the tent.
How big is it?
It's
Size?
small in size. But it rolls onto the tent, and you watch the tent, the top of the tent bow inwards before you watch whatever this ball-shaped creature is proceed to start rolling back down, and it is catapulted almost full speed directly towards the entrance of your tent.
We quickly hide.
Yeah,
Are we in the tent?
you are in your tent. Yes.
Looking out.
Would you like to roll stealth?
I am rolling.
Staring at Marcel player.
Alright, I have incredible stealth. 22.
23.
22, 23, and
Florian.
hug.
Oh no!
Nat 20, 21. Well, that's really satisfying. 21, 22, 23. So this spherical creature rolls inside of your tent. It hits the back of the tent and looks very confused as to where it is.
Does it look angry?
It looks baffled.
Well, it can be baffled.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can stay there.
And as it starts moving around and taking little waddly steps, it almost looks like the equivalent of like a very fat, but well, I mean it's a very fat avian. It kind of waddles side to side like a penguin, very slowly, as it ends up finding the 3 of you. As it rolled a 25 on its perception.
Wow.
That's insane.
It's astronomically unlikely.
Well, example.
It looks at you and looks incredibly startled.
Is it immediately aggressive?
No?
Can I attempt to calm it down?
No.
As it proceeds to
Florian.
Can I attempt to scare it off?
Florian, can you make me a con save, please?
Con save
Mm-hmm.
against
Petrify.
What the fuck?
against petrified.
Mm-hmm.
Where's it? Con
Did you teach me a synonym?
magical.
It is magical, yes.
Okay, dude.
Petrified. I don't think I have any bow. No, of course not.
Wouldn't it be shit if the only person who had a certain ends up getting petrified?
Yeah, that's why I got you guys to trade spells around.
Well, at least I have do-over.
Come on, Flory, you can do it.
14.
You succeed
Excellent.
Stare down this motherfucker and win.
as the orb shape, the bulb. That's what I'm gonna call it now. The bulb proceeds to roll out of the tent and flee for its life, terrified by the sudden predators that it has discovered, and leaves.
Was that atmosphere? Are you okay, Flory?
I think so. That was weird.
You look a little shook. Understandable. Would you like some head pats?
Yes, please.
Would one of you two like to roll a nature check?
I may.
One of
What
us?
did you roll? I saw you roll that dice. What did you roll?
9.
The only thing that comes to mind, Marcel, when you try and think of what that bird was chunky. Chunky boar.
It was kind of chunky.
And that is the only way that I will describe it.
We will meet again, chunky boar.
Yes.
In another life, maybe.
And so
Marcel gives Boris man parts to make him feel that.
some time passes. Who is taking the next watch? Basically, who are you two volunteering to go next?
But Scoria and Xavier.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. So I assume one of you is going to going to the girls' tent to wake Scoria, and the other is going to the tent with the big fellas in it to wake Xavier.
I will go wake Xavier.
Thought so. I'll wait, story.
Sorry.
Good one. Good one. That's
Nice.
a good one.
So, Lauren, you go and wake up Scoria before getting in bed. And Marcel, you end up waking Xavier. I presume going back to your tent.
Yes.
Okay. So you go and get your rest.
Why did you look so... Why did you have your breath held there?
Because I breathe.
Whoa.
And it's almost like making sure that I'm being loud enough the mic can hear me, but also trying to keep myself focused means that I'm doing a lot of breath control to be audible. It's like, oh, is he gonna smack? No. Anyway, so
Suddenly, an ancient white dragon.
don't tempt it. Don't tempt fate. So Scoria and Xavier are the next to take watch. Perception checks, please.
Okay. Oh, fuck's sake. 10.
Okay. And
Perfectly average.
hell yeah. And Xavier rolls a 20, unnatural. 13 plus 7. Yay. So the two of you sit up in your tents, keeping watch. And Scoria, you notice a rather rotund spherical creatures. As you have to correct yourself as you see multiple of them rolling in a small group.
Cool.
Down the route that you took to get here. And they move past in waves of 4 or 5. You notice they are rather spherical in nature. They're chunky. But they don't seem interested in the tent.
Big fuck.
But it does tickle your sense of humor a little bit to see trying to picture how such large rotund creatures came to be, and that entertains your thoughts for the next hour or two, as the second watch passes without much happening. And so you end up, Scoria, you end up waking Moko. She's the only one that has yet to take watch. And Xavier wakes up Mason for the last watch of the night. Perception checks, please. Stares at Mocha. Perception.
Mokery bokery boo.
Watch me roll a nat one. Nat 1. Never mind, nat 20. Okay.
Okay, thank God, because I'm not perceiving.
What did you roll?
rolled a 10, and that's with a +7. So.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry, 11. I have +8. I rolled a 3.
Okay, so 11 and Mason rolled a 26. Fucking hell, the one time my dice will be lucky. Let's roll with the centaur dice. Uh-oh. So, outside, you're keeping an eye on the outside of the tent, and you hear this deep, guttural roar
Uh-oh.
that rumbles through the canyon. Because I should probably describe the area that you're currently resting in is like a big valley, almost. There is a deep, guttural roar that echoes throughout the canyon that you're in. Sends chills down your spine as it sounds like it's getting closer. What are you doing?
Who are you asking? You're asking me?
Yes, you are the only. You are currently the only PC that is active in this this event.
Yeah, bro.
And this
we're asleep.
big fucking ass bird has just approached.
It's not a bird. You know there is a giant roaring creature that is nearby. You can't see it,
Oh.
but you can hear it, and it does not sound bird-like.
Can I roll to identify what screech that is?
Sure. Roll me a nature check with advantage.
28.
It's a dragon.
Fuck off. Fuck. Mason. There's a dragon.
You are not in the same tent.
Oh,
So
fuck.
you can only signal to him. Which I'm picturing, if I know you well enough,
We're doing charades.
you're basically you're playing a game of charades with each other.
I'm playing charades. Okay, do I need to roll performance?
Yes.
18.
18. Let me roll an insight check for Mason.
Mason, don't fuck this up.
So how are you signaling this? If give me like a rough idea.
Like, oh fucking hell. Like, yeah, like oh the fingers on the head, like dragon horns, and then big teeth, and I'm going like dragon roar but silent, like
And so Mason kind of rubs a bleariness from his eyes, looks at you, squinting. And I'm gonna roll an intelligence check, because he understands what you're trying to do. Okay, he kind of gets what you're trying to get at. Like there's a bit something with horns and big teeth that's what's being loud. But he doesn't quite click as to what you
can I do
understood.
big wings? Big wings? Yes, big wing.
Performance check.
Didn't you have big wings earlier?
14.
14. Here's insight check. 15. Okay, and then the intelligence check is a 3.
Oh
So
god.
Fuck.
he essentially starts doing like
He starts doing it back at you.
he basically starts doing it back at you, but like he's pretending to be a chicken, because what he thinks you're trying to do is make some entertainment to pass the time. He is not aware at all that the loud creature is in fact nearby. He just thinks it's
like
like
chicken be the last thing that Mason ever does.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Is there anyone next to me?
Scoria, who is currently asleep.
Don't wake Scoria up, Scoria!
Do I wake up?
Roll a d20. Roll a d20
Or
for me.
that's a D20. 19.
You wake up to Mocha silently losing her crap. Because I'm presuming that you're not being stupid enough to make noise, Mocha.
Yes, I'm not making noise. I'm just. And I immediately fingers to lips. Fingers to lips, like Helga taught us. Don't speak when the fingers are on the lips.
Okay. And so you do that. And Scoria, what do you make of this situation? You've been woken after you've just taken watch to Mocha looking like she's about to crap herself. In fear.
Scoria makes, nods, but then goes, puts her hands out and does a questioning look like, what's going on?
Can I write the word dragon with my finger on her arm?
With what?
My finger!
Yeah, you can write the word, but I'm gonna have to get you to roll a linguistics for me, and I'm gonna have
Because
to
I
get
don't have to
Scoria.
spell!
Yeah, you do not.
I don't have
So-
to spell? Am I literate?
You are now.
As in rolling a linguistics check to make sure that the way that you're doing it, because imagine you're basically tracing out the shapes of the letters on her
Yeah.
arm, but judging by how you've responded to the situation so far, I'm picturing that Mocha is probably trembling. So the linguistics check is to make sure that you're actually tracing out the letters properly and not doing the equivalent of
21.
dragging pen across paper and just wiggling it.
21.
21. Okay, Scoria.
I've not got my doctorate yet.
Scoria, can you roll an insight check, please?
Right. Yes, a +3.
Oh no.
21.
Okay. You manage to perfectly understand what Mocha is trying to convey. Whatever that noise is, there is something draconic in nature. Probably a dragon. Within the vicinity, judging by how loud it's being.
Oh,
Surely, did Helga give us dragon preparation training?
No.
Fuck!
Because
I
the
don't
area
know,
you
I
lived
didn't
in,
have one accidentally.
Hello, darling.
No.
Here's how you
Bonnet?
one-shot the dragon.
Pharnaxian is more known for green dragons that are attuned to the element of wind. So you're more having to worry about them being in the sky above you. This is not the case currently. You've been told to keep an eye out for above you, but you have not been told about the other varieties of dragon that you may encounter whilst on other islands.
Okay, so they're attuned to that. I'm attuned to dog shit.
Dog shit. Can Scoria poke her head out of the tent to see if she can hear anything?
Sure.
And my perception is also
Please perceive.
3. 11.
You poke your head out the tent, you see nothing, aside from Mason looking very confused as to what is going on. It's very clearly he has not understood what's occurring. He just looks very confused.
Over to Mason.
Roll a stealth check.
10. What
10.
the fuck?
You have a feeling go down your spine like you've gotten extremely fortunate as you make your way, I'm picturing crawl your way over to the tent.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
leaving Mocha alone.
Loser.
So you are now in the tent with in the like I'm going to say like the entrance of the tent that Mason and Xavier are sharing. I'm picturing these have like a little like I forget what the word is. You know when you do like when they've got like isolation chambers, so one door closes, then the other one opens.
Airlock.
Is
Yeah.
there dirt outside the tent?
Dirt. Yes. There's also a lot of snow.
I'm gonna write in the snow, and whilst having Mason look at it,
Hmm.
dragon question mark.
He looks confused, but shrugs, shakes his head, and in the lowest, quietest tone possible, I ain't seeing anything. It's been there's been something being real noisy out there, but I ain't seen any dragon. I've seen these chunky borbs go past, but nothing else.
Gora, in turn, will reply in a very hushed voice. Whatever was roaring, looked Mocha. She thinks us it is a dragon. Hang on a second. Does Mocha know? Does Mocha? Does Scoria know what Mocha's hunter's preference is? If Mocha even has that.
That would be up to Mocha as to whether she has divulged those details to you before.
Don't see why she wouldn't.
Okay, so Scoria, you are aware that Mocha's preference her hunter's preference is currently limited to animals or things that would fit the animal category.
Don't know why she thinks this is a dragon, but Gloria shrugs. Whatever.
So what are you doing?
Oh,
You're in the tent with the fellas. You aren't really sure what's going on. But what do you do from here?
Gloria will ask Mace, do you know which direction the roar came from?
And he points out where your position is on the map, where you guys took up rest. And then points his fingers towards where the large mountain crags are. It's basically the side of the valley that you've decided to tent up against, so that you've got protection from the wind from three or four sides.
Okay.
So whatever it is hiding in the rocks that make up the steep mountain slope. You hear it roar again. And it certainly seems like whatever it is up in the mountains. What do you do?
Is gonna make her way back to the tent.
Stealth check.
"23."
23. Okay.
Yeah.
You feel like there's a pair of eyes watching you as you move. Almost as if you're being studied.
Great. Do I know where this dirt is? It coming from the mountain?
Yes, it is.
Oh, great. Oh, nice. Just what I need.
So you get back to the tent with Mocha. What are you doing?
You'll whisper to Mocha. Mocha, why do you think it is a dragon?
Why? I turned my music down. What did you say?
Oh no, she's got her AirPods in. No.
Literally. No.
She's a head bit of a fire dragon.
I'm going to relentlessly bully you again.
Again, no.
Okay, so-
Mommy,
Crying for help. Anyway, so Scoria, you ask Mocha this question, and your thoughts are, immediately interrupted by the large circular glow of something just outside the tent. It is a very large eye. It appears to be peering in the tent wall.
Good thing I'm not awake yet.
Oh no, okay, so describe, so just so you're aware of how this is going down. Hugmug, Marcel, and Florian are in one tent. You've then got Mocha and Scoria in another, and then Mason and Xavier in the third. And these are like positioned in like a triangle shape.
Okay.
Hugmug, Florian, and Marcel,
What?
completely soundo. Sleeping.
What the fuck? Did you... Sorry.
Hmm?
Did you say there was an eye
Yes.
in the tent?
There is an eye looking into the tent, yes. That was...
Stealth checks, everybody.
So, the only tent that's currently...
Prolonged eye contact!
the only tent that's currently under threat is the tent with the two ladies in it.
God, great!
Okay, that's fun. Yeah, okay, Scoria, we're fucked.
Maybe he's not
We're
hungry.
dead, guys.
The dragons hunt at night.
The dragon hunts at night.
Can I just know what Mason's reaction is from the other side? Obviously, we can't see him, but I just want to know.
So, is one of you looking out of the tent? Because I'm picturing that you haven't fully closed the tent door before realizing that you're being stared at.
When Score kind of just freezes whilst making direct eye contact.
So, your question is answered as to why you think it's a dragon. Why Mocha thinks it's a dragon. Because you're staring at its eye that's looking at you through the thin wall of the tent. Because I'm picturing there's like almost like a mesh netting that kind of acts like a window. That's, you can see its eye kind of looking at you through it. And, Mocha, because Scoria is currently staring at the eye, you have no awareness that that's what Scoria is looking at. She's just stopped. And so you realize there might be something slightly wrong the moment you realize you see Mason basically grabbing the handle of his battle axe and staring mortified at your tent.
Okay. Fucking shit. I throw up on the floor. No, I grab. That chocobo did not go down well. My bone! Why have I used my bone?
Scoria just goes, hi.
You say hello.
Is it
Yeah.
looking right at her? Is it actually spotted her?
You hear this deep rumbling sound.
Okay, nice talk.
Through the like whatever it's doing.
Hello.
Shut up. You hear this deep rumbling sound. Hi. As it responds and just looks at you blinks once.
I smell my drink! Fuck!
Oh no. Me makes horror scene. Party. Wood.
What? Are you sure you're not a bard?
Wait, hold on.
There's water everywhere!
Oh, the chat is brilliant.
Nut. That was easy.
And so... Oh, this is going well.
Okay.
Ah, the return of the beer burner.
With a vengeance.
Not the penguin burner, no!
Alright, Michael, let's calm down for a second so that Lucas can continue with...
Well,
Okay,
that's the
Lucas,
thing.
No.
That's the thing. I'm waiting for what Scoria and Mocha are going to do, because it's responded to your hello with that hi, and it's staring at you, unblinking.
Just have a conversation with it. He just wants to talk.
How are you?
This... Mhm.
And it just looks at you. And you can't tell whether it's debating eating you, or whether it's just fascinated by your presence.
Can I show it my bone?
Context?
My big chocobo bone!
Okay, right.
I don't have a...
I'm not making
Yes, let
any
me show
sort.
it my boner.
I'm not making any sort of inappropriate assumption. I'm making sure that I'm understanding correctly.
Remember when everyone gets annoyed that I keep making sexual innuendo?
No, we'll just mock
I mean,
you for it.
it
It's
doesn't
funny.
help that my nearby facility is completely dashed with water right now. When I say it's everywhere, I mean it's everywhere.
Anyway, so I've already forgotten what I was about to say.
Show my bone.
Yes, so you take the bone out, and it seems confused. So Mocha, you are holding this bone, looking
Yeah.
at it, and it just looks at you confused. It blinks once.
I blink at it again.
I'm confused.
This is a bone. It's quite cool. I'm so fucking dead.
You watch as the eye slowly disappears. You are no longer being looked at.
Does he not like my bone?
And suddenly the tent is gone.
Oh, we're 30 feet up in the air. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Scoria, isn't it cool how the ground keeps getting closer and closer at an immense rate? Isn't that cool?
Make a dex save. Specifically, please make oh shit. Please make 2 of them.
2 of them? Non-magical, magical...
Magical.
I say this as if it's gonna fucking help me, as if I have any additions to my save. So, what's my dexterity? Okay, so it's a +8.
Dexterity.
I totally just handed dinner. That's
Okay.
fucking unfortunate.
Oh
no!
This could be going bad. 2 of the party are dying. Oh no.
I'm ready. I'm
Does anyone
not
else
ready,
wake
but
up
I'm
for the
ready.
commotion?
Oh! 25 and 23, girly. Hit
I
me.
rolled a 9, which was a nat 1, and a 14.
Hell yeah, baby!
Baby, one more time.
We're so fucking dead.
So you come to realize, Mocha, that you trying to explain what a bone is to this dragon, you've insulted its intelligence, and it's taken exception to that, and your tent, and your existence, as you watch two comets drop from the sky through this little tent window that drop immediately onto the tent. Both of you fail the save.
I'd like to think this would wake everyone else up.
Do either of you have ice or earth resistance?
No.
I'm immune to earth.
Okay, well, Mocha, you take 42 damage total.
That's not too bad.
Scoria, you take 22 damage. And so everybody else is now awake at this point.
Minus 22, that was just 22.
Yeah, 22.
No,
Because
I actually put in 22 rather than minus 22.
Oh!
So my HP suddenly became 22.
So everybody else is now woken at
Hell
this
is
point.
going on, my god.
As you're woken up to the sound of a very loud explosion, and you see the snow has cleared somewhat. Except it hasn't.
Marcel grab his weapon and rush out of his tent.
You get grabbed by Hugmug, who stops you. As the dragon looks down at the tent underneath it, and you realise the snow has stopped. Not because it stopped snowing, but because this is a gargantuan dragon.
Oh.
Roll me an Arcana check,
Okay.
Me as well.
staring at Florian and Marcel. I will get to you, ladies, and your destroyed tent in a minute.
Okay. Okay.
My tent!
I am fully prepared
Big
to punch
number.
Mocha across the face at the moment. No
Lupus did
matter
my
how much I love
bone.
you. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm autistic. Lupus, did my bones
26.
survive the comet?
No.
Fuck!
What did you expect?
26.
26 and...
26.
Oh, two 26s. Okay. Fuck.
Dream team.
This is an
Woohoo.
ancient brown dragon. And whatever the fuck just happened in the lady's tent, somebody has upset it. As you listen to it...
Do I get to see it?
Oh, you see it. It's in full view.
Oh my god, that's so cool! Oh wait, we're going to die, aren't we?
You just said that out loud, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
It looks down at you.
Hello, friend.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Angry.
Why?
My intelligence has been insulted.
Oh no, they're not insulting your intelligence. They're just really stupid.
Oh,
And it's like the whole world suddenly makes sense to it. It looks at you.
are they your relatives?
Not by blood, but yes.
I'm sorry for your loss.
That is okay.
And it leaves. Looking mildly upset. As from the
Be chill.
and you realise that it has not left of its own volition.
What?
It appears that a spell has been put upon it.
Oh.
And it leaves.
Oh, I was really hoping it'd just be chill like that.
It clears. It also hadn't finished with what it was doing. Because
Killing me?
Because you realise that the tent that Scoria and Moko were in has collapsed in itself. You're very fortunate the tent itself has not been destroyed. It has, however, been significantly flattened.
Fuck.
I guess one of us should make room. We can't fix it.
it is an understatement to say that Scoria looks absolutely pissed at Mocha.
Well,
So, you know the thing about keeping watch? Well, if you spot the thing, you're supposed to go get everybody and wake them all up.
roll perception, all of you.
I don't like that. I didn't like that
True, I
so
don't-
much less.
I'm also refusing to look at the chat after after the question of the survival of the bone.
24.
My bone.
24, 15,
16.
16. Florian.
9.
Oof.
Wait, is it hearing or smell based?
Either one. It could be hearing, sight, or smell. Not
Excellent.
fussy which.
I'll do hearing and add another dice to it. Never mind.
That is even worse.
The first one was a 2. The second one is a 1.
Oh, okay. Take the 2
So
then.
9. Yeah,
Um,
I'm taking the 2.
You all spot that Xavier has used a spell of his to encourage the dragon to move along. And so
Aww.
the ladies' rear ends have been saved by Xavier. And that's when you see an even bigger dragon slowly walking its way down the slope.
You've got to be kidding me.
Looking-
No, we don't.
It doesn't
No,
look
we
like
don't.
it doesn't look like it's hostile.
Nuh-uh.
It doesn't look like it's hostile.
We'll let Mocha talk to it, and it will become hostile.
Talk,
As it
period.
makes its way down to the site, looks at the frozen, slightly smouldering remains of the tent, and you watch as it proceeds to cast mending multiple times to repair the tent. Only the tent.
Oh, my bone!
and looks
Oh,
and looks at your group, who are I'm presuming poking heads out of your tents.
I
Thank
imagine
you.
that Scoria got out from underneath the mess of the.
Thank you, friend.
On you.
Oh,
And you hear this very deep rumbling. I am going to humiliate myself doing this, but I can't take it seriously.
do it, bitch.
That's not very deep rumbling.
Shut up. The sound that it emits and the noise and the voice that comes out of it are two very different things. Who upset my boy?
Fucking, I've got to close that window.
Hello there. It was all a big misunderstanding.
The lightning and many things very, very frightening have just happened outside that window.
That's unfortunate.
Because of that, I missed the fucking voice you just did.
Well, she's this dragon has asked who upset her boy.
Can I raise my hand?
You raise your hand, and she looks
Very
very.
pointedly looking at Mocha.
She looks at you disdainfully. Now why did you do that?
It was unintentional, Mum. Unfortunately, I'm very dumb.
And this colossal dragon looks at the rest of your group for like almost a collective agreement.
Marcel nods his head. Like, very slowly nods his head.
And she looks almost displeased. Well, there's only one solution for this.
Into Kermit now.
Shut up. It's hard to maintain the voice that I chose, and I don't know why I chose it, but
Beautiful.
you watch as she basically picks up all 3 of your tents in her draconic claws and carries your entire camp
To
up
where?
the mountain.
Is she gonna go make us apologize?
You are brought into this massive cave. And what appears to be almost like a timeout corner
Oh my god.
for younger dragons. She puts your entire camp there. You have no idea where you are now.
What is happening? Where are we?
You don't get an answer as these large earthen bars form like a wall of stone. And you're left there. You'll think about your actions. And you're left there. You hear the sound of...
For how long?
You're not sure. You're there for a while. Many hours, one might say. The best you can do now is potentially finish your resting.
To crowd smoker.
In trouble.
Well, this is a strange turn of events.
You want every.
But at least everybody is okay. For now.
My bone's not okay.
Oh, shut up about your stupid bone.
Okay.
That fucking bone is the reason why we're fucking in this.
What did you actually do? He said you insulted his intelligence.
She lifted the bone to his, towards his eye that was looking into our tent and went, "This is a bone."
Wow. That is pretty stupid.
I know.
I love you, Osha.
She's not wrong.
That was
I
pretty
got
dumb.
nervous.
That's understandable.
I mean, what would you do if there was a big ass dragon staring right at you?
Is the dragon still here?
I would dance on it. Vilify it with my impressive dancing skills. As Xavier decides to now speak up, as he's just been in shocked silence as to what the fuck just happened.
Is everybody okay?
Little confused, but
Well, a little bit confused.
I mean, I'm okay. I don't know what was happening. She started doing flapping. She started flapping at me, and then I don't know. I got confused.
She started flapping at
Confused
you?
because you weren't responding.
Well, how am I supposed to respond when you start? And he basically imitates what you did by flapping his arms frantically, like he's trying to take flight.
Looks like a dragon.
Looks like a chicken.
Your mama looks like a dragon.
I don't
Maybe
know
not
what
in-
that look like.
Maybe not throw insulting words about dragons around while we're locked in the dragon's cage.
I mean, too.
When this is specifically the reason why we got locked in the dragon's cage. Just saying.
No, it was going fine. And then she brought out the. I don't even.
Oh.
I'm going to the fuck to sleep. And Scroya makes a point to have her back towards Mocha.
Fucking hell, that thunder outside. Getting real immersive at the minute.
And so you end up finishing your sleep. Now the 24th of December, 67 AR. You are still trapped in this
Excuse
timeout
me?
corner.
Miss Lovely Dragon Lady.
No,
Why?
you're in timeout
For how long?
for 15 years.
But we don't live that long.
And you realize
We also
that
need to eat, so we will only last about a week.
you have your supplies.
Okay, we will only last about a month.
You realize that she's not there. Mocha.
Hello.
Oh, I should remove. Can you roll me a wisdom check, please?
That's a big scary dragon. A big shaking one.
Sure. That is a 16.
16. Okay. You have to physically hold yourself back from stress eating.
Ooh.
For unfortunately, due to the panicked decisions you made, you are now the reason why you and your team are trapped here.
What is the... Is it a cave, is it?
It is a very large cavern that appears to be a dragon's den.
What is the floor like?
It is made of solid stone.
Okay. So we can't break that.
I'll be-
Bars
I'll
are
be
made
back
of...
in a second.
Earth.
The bars are made of earth. Okay.
Hmm?
Bars on the
Are made of
cage.
stone,
Stone.
like a wall of stone.
Is it an active spell that's keeping them there, or is it just stone?
It appears to be a spell of some sort.
I doubt I could dispel it, but I could try and dispel it.
You may try.
I've got the MP for it. I will try and dispel.
Okay, roll a dispel check.
Come on, that 20. Come on, that 20. Come on, that 20. Come on, that 20. That's a 9.
You fail. Because your maximum possible cast level is... Your maximum possible roll is 27. If I'm correct.
If I had to guess, this particular cage is meant for... Does she make this for us, or did it already exist?
It already existed.
So I'm guessing it's probably for smaller dragons.
It's for dragons ranging anywhere from hatchlings to mature adults.
How big is a hatchling dragon?
A hatchling is tiny.
Damn. Which means the bar's going to be not fit throwable.
It's almost like a firm 20-foot wall, and then everything above that is like a lattice that would prevent anything that's even diminutive in size. You get airflow, but nothing more. It's almost like stone mesh.
Oh, at least it's ventilated.
Yeah, it's ventilated so you and any of the dragons that will be kept in here don't perish immediately.
Suffocate to death.
Do you think we're also a dragon?
Hmm?
Does she think we're also a dragon?
Roll an insight check.
Fuck, somebody else roll an insight check.
Well, don't ask Flora.
Fuck,
Nine.
someone else roll insight.
Can I roll insight? I might as well try.
Yeah, you can try.
She's treating us like we're a child.
18.
18. Yeah, that succeeds. Yes, she clearly thinks you're dragons as well, as this is a brown dragon Wyram that you're dealing with. And unfortunately, it seems as though during the night, she couldn't see you very well because of her size, and judging by how she perceived the situation, she just assumed that you were all hatchlings that had been misbehaving from her nest. She has no idea that you are, people.
Is she still there?
Nope. Or if she is, she's not within range where she can hear you. Or any of you, technically.
So, what's like on the other? Like, obviously, you've got one side that's the entrance. What's on the other side?
Wall.
Wall. Okay.
Solid
Not
stone
a fan of that.
walls.
Any,
What
like,
is the
cracks?
DC to break
Any...
stone? What's the DC to break stone? We've got a pretty strong bull guy with us.
DC to break stone. Let me have a look. Da-da-da-da. be in here or will it be in... There we go. Okay. DC to break stone. This is where I have to check. So, to be able to break through stone, you'd need to roll an 18 or above to hit it in the first place, because of how dense it is. And then to be able to damage it, let's have a look. You would have to deal. So, sorry, I'm trying to find the health points for it. You'd have to do about 10 to 15 damage to be able to break through an inch.
Is that in one go, or can that be incremental?
In one go.
Right.
As you can tell, these walls have been enchanted to deal with burrowing, as that is one of the things that brown dragons are known for, is their ability to burrow through stone and any other earthy material. Plain and simple, you're stuck here.
How many inches of stone are these bars?
You cannot tell from here. You are shorter than 20 foot, meaning that you are unable to see the thickness of the stone. I nearly said girth. Huh.
Oh.
Does it look like if we kept smashing or using spells, we'd be able to get through?
No.
I guess reasoning with it is our only option at the moment.
You'd have to wait until it comes back.
So you were playing charades earlier. I guess we can carry on doing that. He says with a bit of a smirk on his face. Tomoka.
Really sorry.
It is okay.
Yeah.
We'll try your
No,
best.
How are you supposed to know? You okay?
It's not okay though. No one else would have got us in this mess but me.
I don't know.
Somebody else could have genuinely pissed it off enough to kill us.
I was considering throwing my axe at it, so...
That would have pissed it off enough to kill us.
Oh yeah, it looked like it was about to attack y'all.
No, it is a reasonable response.
I managed to use mass suggestion on it to suggest that it go back home. Unfortunately, I did not realize that it would be calling its mother to deal with us.
Back home?
Does
that mean it's still here?
I certainly hope not.
I mean, it seemed reasonable enough.
I guess
They both did.
I guess the best thing that the best thing that we can do is wait.
Not really have much of a choice.
Gloria is just gonna sit next to the bars and just stare out.
So, are you waiting for the dragon mother, or one of her brood to return?
We've got no choice, so yeah.
Okay.
Gonna be waiting. Scroy's
So
just
we don't get
gonna
eaten.
post herself up, sitting next to the
Bars.
barrier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is, all of your supplies ended up here, and your tents ended up here. They weren't damaged on their way when being brought up. So you wait the first day. Nothing. Reduce your ration supply by 1. As it's now the 25th. Mocha. Wisdom save. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh my god, where is it? 14?
Please remove three days worth of rations from your supplies as you stress eat through them.
Fuck.
You wait another day, and you get to the 26th. You get to the 26th December. Still no sign of the dragon.
Does one of you want to pray to your gods to see if you can get the way out of here?
Sounds good to me.
Roll religion checks. If you're both praying, I'm presuming. Actually, no, Scoria won't be able to do it at the moment because it's daytime.
Well, we
So-
can wait.
Dorian.
I can try, but it's unlikely to get through.
Yeah, you'd have to beat a percent. Well, you'd have to hope the percentile dice are nice to you.
We actually
I'm gonna
know
use
what
my
time of day
fucking
it is.
do-over because that is a no.
Is that a nat 1 by any chance?
Okay, that's slightly better. Jeez, I'm rolling so terribly. 10.
10. Okay. You get intuition from Etro that
You fucked.
whilst your situation looks dire, you may have a stroke of luck. And that annoys you slightly, because it almost feels like a response that you get out of a magic 8-ball. But you've had no reason to distrust her so far, so it seems like maybe waiting is the game.
Okay, I'll tell people. Guys, Etro says that we should wait for a while and then we'll get lucky.
Did you say how long to wait?
Nope.
Oh dear.
And so everybody should have 17 days worth of supplies left, aside from Mocha, who will only have 14 left.
Okay.
17,
Or
you said?
is just fiddling
Yes.
with her pendant.
Are you attempting to pray?
When it reaches nighttime, yeah.
Okay. So it comes round to night. Still no sign. You fear that because of how large this dragon is, she may have gone out on a multi-day hunting trip. Maybe even longer.
I mean, with how long dragons live for, they could be gone for years. I mean, for God's sake, we've been put in a 15-year timeout.
Yeah. Sorry, it was really funny. I just looked at the chat to see Florian hoping for a future prediction.
Lux, please! Lux! Or Tenebris, whichever one. I don't care.
Why are you
Both of
falling on
them.
gods?
Aren't they
Because they are the big fuck off dragons of the
So,
universe.
Scoria, what's your religion roll?
Oh yeah, I haven't rolled it. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
What's my religion? +3. Look, don't add a hash to that. Great, thanks. I'm not getting anything today. That's a 5.
You
Wow.
managed to tap in, but you managed to tap in and focus, but your attention to your praying is minimal. As you feel the discomfort of sand and dirt having made its way into your clothing through the multiple days that you've been waiting here for something.
We stink.
I wouldn't say so much that you guys stink, but more the fact that you guys have the misfortune of your clothing is, for lack of better phrasing, seen better days. It is dirty, you have sand in your shoes. Using Marcel's elemental orb, you've been able to clean your clothes and dry them, but that's about as much as you've been able to do. You've had to basically bathe with magical water.
Pardon
you.
me. Can I start throwing rocks outside of the gaps?
You would need to roll me a D20 plus your dex.
D20 plus 5. Great, thanks, dice. That's a 9.
You manage. You get it through the gap. And you hear this thunking noise followed by an... My goodness, what is that? That was quite rude.
Oh my god.
How terrible. Honestly.
I am so sorry.
Wait, there's a person behind here? No, it must be a talking wall. Magic mouth these days. Honestly, it's so impressive.
No. Hi. There are multiple people behind this wall.
Oh,
I am so sorry for throwing that rock at you. I wasn't throwing it at you. It just so happened that the rock fell and hit you.
I see. Well, fear not, precious maiden, for I shall rescue you and your compadre from this prison. Or my name isn't Donald, Edgar, Ethan, Zoris, Nigel, Umbrish, Trevor, Silvus.
You have a very long name.
Well, when one has so many prestigious relatives, you can only count yourself so fortunate.
Can I see Donald, Edgar, Ethan, Zoris, Nigel, Umbrus, Travis?
You cannot. But you
probably doesn't have. I mean, I don't even have dark vision, so.
Does his name spell fucking D's nuts? Fuck you!
Can we call you these nuts for
We
short?
need to have a talk after this session.
I looked at it and I was like, that's a really specific sequence of letters. I wonder if that stands for something. D-E says he's nuts!
So you watch.
Talk after this session.
You watch as this tiny halfling man with the most obnoxious-looking haircut you've ever seen. It's like a mohawk that's almost twice the size of him.
Smash?
Appears at the top of this lattice. My, what an interesting collection of people. I'll have you out of here in a jiffy, or my name isn't... And then he thinks for a minute. I shouldn't be announcing my name out here. I see that there are some dragons in the vicinity.
Do you not have a good relationship with the dragons?
No, but I could have a good relationship with your mother for a fair price.
No,
No?
about that.
His mother is the.
We
You're
don't-
an
I don't know
orphan!
who my
Oh,
mother
that's hilarious. Anyway. And so you watch as this man casts a spell, and the wall disintegrates. And he has the biggest fucking smile on his face.
Sorry, what
He
was
is
your name again?
my name. My name is Donald, Edgar, Ethan, Zoris, Nigel, Umbrus, Trevor, Silvus, the greatest adventurer to ever exist.
A lot of names. I only
Might
have
be
two.
abbreviated.
Wait, no, I only have one!
It is very long.
And what would you be abbreviated to?
Don.
You fucking walked into that one. Guys, you walked into it.
Just
Is he just looking at me expectantly?
Yes, he is.
I'm gonna analyze his expression. What does it say?
You can't tell. He's just staring at you expectantly and waiting.
Oh my god!
D-E... Can we call you these nuts?
Nutes!
He looks almost annoyed that you say that.
Desi.
Can we call you Desi for sure?
That works.
Why,
Desi.
that works much better. Why,
Okay, hi Desi!
It's almost as at least unlike some people, like my sister, Jo. She's, got quite unfortunate name.
What's your sister's full name? Just out of curiosity, and can you put it in the chat?
It's a chat.
Chat.
The chat.
What is a chat? Mocha, what are you talking about?
You know,
What are
use
you
the
communicating with?
spell. Let's just spell that.
The spell chat.
The chat spell.
I think you need to go to a mental institution.
I think so
I think you've
too.
been in here too long.
Why, my sister's name is Joe Matilda Athena Michelle Anders. Different fathers. But,
Can we call her Jam Jam?
well, you see, I would call her. However, she doesn't have, that je ne sais quoi that I do. And so
Oh.
you watch as you start making your way towards the mouth of the cave, of this cavern, to escape. That's almost exactly what I pictured him looking like.
I gave him a little bow tie.
Oh my god, he's beautiful. I need him.
You need these nuts.
Yes! Wow, I said that way too eagerly.
Get some water. I'll be back in a sec.
Where did I take my meds today?
So, you end up being led to the mouth of this cavern. And, as you look back, I'm imagining you're looking back to make sure there's nothing there. You look out, and you realize that there is a massive drop between where you are, and you can see the smouldering remnants of where your camp was, from where the comets have been dropped.
Cool, now permanent landmark.
It's almost like a small snow-filled crater that's smoking, even after a few days.
So how do we get down from here? I'm asking that to Desi.
As you look back to see to ask Donald, you realize he's not there.
He just left.
Oh, great.
Desi!
Thought we had was special.
I know, he was really cool.
Would you like to roll an Arcana check?
Sure. He's
Arcana?
like... Oh my god, I'd prefer not to roll on Arcana check because I'd fucking embarrass myself. More
Do
than
it.
I already do.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
Pussy.
Pussy, I rolled a fucking 4. Does that make you happy?
Maybe.
Wow.
That. Yay! That's true. Anyway, you come to realize that that Desi or Donald with way too many middle names is in fact not real.
Oh.
As Xavier is pissing himself with laughter. He is doubled over, and hands like one hand like holding his stomach, the other one silencing his laughter. As he's used audio-visual hallucination to convince you all that Desi is real.
Hold on. If he was able to cast that on the wall to get rid of it, why did he not do that several days ago? Just a thought.
Because he's been trying every night while you guys have been asleep, and this is the only time that I've rolled high enough for him to do so. So he thought he'd make some fun out of it whilst he did it.
Oh, I miss
Desi
Desi.
isn't real? No.
No. Florian and I are like borderline tears. We're like,
Oh, that is priceless.
I hate
These
you.
nuts. Oh, that is funny. Anyway,
I thought we had a new
Mountain.
friend and everything.
You
I
know
would
what?
not want that man as a friend.
Completely deserved, considering the situation you landed us in. Completely deserved.
Yeah.
I've had to try each night. I've only done it once a day. But I've been trying to focus and get rid of the wall, and I just happened to get lucky.
Yes, that dragon was probably never coming back.
Don't speak that into the
It's
ether.
so bad. Suddenly the dragon returns and we're now having to run away.
You notice
I'm
that
not
there is
running
a
away. The
very
dragon was
large,
super chill.
there is a very large cabinet
Cabinet.
wall. It looks like a giant fridge, basically. And do any of you speak Draconic?
No.
Highly doubt
Would
I
any
would.
of you like to roll linguistics to try
Yeah!
and make sense of it?
Of course
Hell
I
yeah.
would!
Do it!
Heck yeah.
Oh my god, the meant to do. Yeah. I had a stroke there. Not natural 20.
15.
So 20, 15. Anyone else rolling?
10.
10. Are you rolling as well, or
Not enough.
you can give me a number?
I rolled a 2.
Which is what total?
2.
Once again, don't assume what the result is until I've said.
7.
7. Okay, you all managed to figure it out. It quite clearly says gone out to get groceries. Will return in a few years.
I knew
Oh.
it!
Time must be a very strange concept for dragons, considering how long they live. Anyway, so you spend the next few days slowly hiking your way down the mountain back to your previous campsite.
Hiking down the mountain, one step at a time.
And as you're hiking your way down, one of the nights,
Sun appears.
Marcel,
Hello!
you are approached by Xavier
Uh-huh.
as the two of you are on watch.
Oh, we're not watched together. Okay.
Obviously, after Mocha has been banned from keeping watch by Scoria.
I mean, Marcel will share with Xavier his personal opinion that both of them should receive some sort of punishment for the fact that they were on watch for other thing and never woke anyone up.
I mean, to be fair, they didn't have the chance, but Xavier looks at you. So, I have a question to ask.
Okay.
It is something that has been on my mind.
Alright. Listening.
When all is said and done, you have found your matron again.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do if she decides that she does not allow me to be part of your life? Would you
I
leave me
mean-
behind, or
First of all, I would never leave you behind.
the
I made a promise to you. Second of all, I've been thinking a lot about that recently.
the?
Yes. I've spent my entire life in that house. The house is gone. The mansion is gone. And I have gone on a whole adventure trying to get them back. And it would be weird to go back to that life, no?
That makes sense.
So, when we find her, I probably won't be sticking around. But I do want to make sure she's okay.
The. Well,
But I would never leave you behind. So if you want to come with me, you're more than welcome to.
Mason has been asking me to find out.
Oh, of course.
And also, maybe you notice something has shifted in Xavier.
You feeling okay?
The feeling.
If you're getting tired, then I can take the watch alone.
No. I blame Mason for this, but I am feeling calm. Strangely.
That is good.
He has been teaching me things. Like how to talk to people without threatening them,
You were pretty good at that already.
but better. Notice how I mocked Mocha, but I didn't insult her.
I suppose I noticed that. I was too busy laughing.
You have miserable thankful that I didn't get angry. I just stayed calm and exerted my anger onto my magic by dispelling that fucking wall.
It did seem relatively reasonable, though. It was strange. I guess when you live that long, you kind of
Forget that other things don't live that long.
don't really care that much about the little things. Because either one of them could have killed us, but they were actually really... I don't want to say nice, because they imprisoned us, but
Well,
chill. They were very chill.
there is a simple way of explaining that to you. You'll see brown dragons tend to either lean towards being more neutral in nature or following the law. And since they are living quite close to Mistos, I can only assume that they are following the Mistos law. Although it does seem like their concept at times a little,
Warped.
duh. Which makes sense. For them, 15 years may just be a few hours for us.
Imagine going out on a 15-year grocery trip. Imagine the things you could get.
He shrugs. I imagine it is probably something well beyond. And then he ponders for a moment. Could you imagine the size of the chocolate bars they get?
Oh, right. Do you think she buys him like a little tiny little chocolate dragon to make him happy?
Oh, that would be cute. Anyway, let's keep watch.
Yes.
And
Watching.
would you like to roll an insight check for me? You can have advantage.
Great advantage.
Not just because I know that you'll roll it. The
14.
14.
Mhm.
You notice that Xavier's behavior has changed. To translate that into something from DM to player, Xavier's alignment has changed.
Thank you. By the way,
For what?
for getting us out of there.
Oh, it is fine. I could have been an absolute bastard, but in that moment I was more concerned about our general safety than I was punishing the stupidity of somebody else.
Marcel's going to try and seize the moment and give him a hug.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Hello.
And he gives you a slightly awkward hug in return. You're welcome, I guess. Anyway, we're supposed to be keeping watch.
Yes, keeping watch.
And so I would like the party. Let me get my information up in front of me. Really help me if I actually have my brain cells active. It's an urban legend. Lupus with brain cells. Ooh, spooky boo.
Scary.
I know, right?
Spooky boob.
Boo. Boob. You boob. Please remove 5 days worth of rations from your inventories, as it takes you 5 days to get back to where you were down the mountainside without getting yourselves killed in the process. So everybody should have 12 days worth of rations. Mocha should have 9. Have to remember to do. Okay. Sweet. So you get back onto the road very early in the morning, and you make your way towards Viamos. And eventually, you get there, feeling absolutely god-awful in the process. Because that whole trip was probably the worst thing you've ever experienced. Just, period. The worst thing. And as you arrive You notice that the town looks quite shady.
Shady.
Yes. There are lots of back alley deals and what seems like a thriving black market nestled away under the guise of different establishments.
Hmm.
How many days will it take to get to? I'm assuming we're going to Junlas next.
Let me look at the map. So from where you are currently, the next place that you can go to is either Junlas or Gapra, depending on where you're headed. Essentially, you have a choice. You can take the slightly longer trip to get there, or you can visit somewhere else beforehand. And you guys will probably want to decide on that as a party,
Okay.
as to whether or not it's going straight to Junlas, or if for some reason, I say if for some reason, or you can go straight to Gapra, because they're quite close to each other, but it's about a day's extra travel between them.
I'm not really fussy. As long as we get where we need to be.
Yeah, I think straight to Gaprath.
Okay. Well, whilst you're here, you realise that leaving this city slash town might be a good idea, but you're also feeling very tired. Your clothes are a little bit ragged and dirt, and I say dirty. They're kind of filthy. As the many days that you have gone down the mountain, you've not been able to clean up once. Because, as you had come to realize, dragons of most strengths above young adult onwards are capable of detecting magic, meaning that to clean yourselves using Marcel's magic would also mean basically taking out a big old beacon and waving where your position is. And you're all feeling very uncomfortable.
It's fine, she's not coming back for 15 years.
Yeah, but it's not just to say that she's the only one there.
True.
You met Mum Dragon and Son Dragon, but there could have been
Dad's dragon.
brothers, sisters, dads.
Uncle Dragon.
Daddy Dragon.
Daddy Dragon.
No.
Huh?
Well, that's how I made an innuendo.
Uncle Dragon.
You almost went a whole session without making an innuendo for Marcel. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, it's my job. Well, these
2 hours and
that's fine.
20.
Oh, I'm not having that. I'm gonna do it.
2 hours and 20 odd minutes in. Congratulations, you've made your first one. It's the longest you've gone without being innuendos.
I'm proud of myself.
So, you can choose to press on. However, you may find yourselves struggling with things like sleep, because you are, for lack of better phrasing, it's like you've been dragged through a bush backwards. It depends on how trusting you are of this town, because you can see lots of things that would normally be pretty illegal happening in broad daylight. With
What do you mean pretty illegal? What are we seeing?
well, black market deal, like lots of black market deals, information trading on people's possessions, stolen items that have been stolen from nobility, anything from nobility to working class people being sold, the selling of illegal substances such as powdered star herbs and things along that. Or I say illegal substances. The actual usage and selling of it. Star herbs are a thing that are really you're supposed to have an astrologian license to be able to purchase. Yeah, because astrologians can use them to empower their magic. For everyone else, it's basically a stupidly powerful hallucinogen.
Maybe it's the hallucinogenics that makes astrologians more powerful.
But it's always
It's just-
high.
It's mainly.
Just being off your fucking head for some reason makes it not better.
I mean, It's used as a It's used as a ritual component to contact one of the 12 deities that handle each of the months.
I'm sure it is.
So like
Take this shit and you'll be contacting the god.
You'll see God, yeah.
Sure, close enough.
This shit's out of this plane, man.
Weed.
How long
Anyway.
exactly would it take? How many days would it take to get to Junmas or the other place that I've already forgotten the name of because it's not written down in the chat?
Gapra.
That one. How long travel?
You reckon a few more days if you don't have any more unfortunate run-ins with disgruntled entities, and that you get the correct direction.
Disgruntled entity.
I had gathered.
As long as I don't make any stupid jokes about ginormous creatures, then we should be good.
The irony being that I hadn't even looked at the chat when it happened. I was like, oh, that's coincidental. Whoops.
Oh, did Florian predict the future by any chance?
Yes.
I wasn't looking at the chat either.
Did,
Mo-
I was like, and then comes an ancient dragon.
Varying character.
Sorry, Scory, you were about to say something.
did we leave our tents?
I presume not.
Okay, thank God.
I would assume you took them with. Mocha,
No.
there was so much vitriol behind that. Can you make me a perception check, please, with advantage?
Oh, wizard to advantajo, yeah.
Advantage.
To roll 2 nat ones.
You're
That is
half
like-
right.
Oh no. It's a 1 and a 2.
It's one of the 6, bestie.
Close enough.
That is 14.
14. You notice that lots of people are looking at you.
Shit.
Not because
All of us?
but
or
then just Mocha. They're looking at the coin pouch that hangs quite heavy at your side that contains within, that you are aware, contains a solid gold nugget within it.
Oh, right, I forgot about my nug.
That was pelted at you a while ago. You've been carrying it on you, and it's attracting some unsavory attention from a lot of very suspect-looking individuals. As you are carrying a solid piece of gold that is... You're not quite sure what the value of it is, because you've never gotten it appraised.
Am I wearing a
However-
bra?
Why?
I don't know. You tell me.
Presumably so. Can I put the gold nugget in my bra?
I think that's gonna.
You take the gold nugget out of your coin pouch,
Great,
attracting a
thanks
lot
for
more
confirming.
attention.
Oh my
Thanks.
god!
Mocha!
I thought it was still in the pouch.
And put it in your bra. Oh, are you putting the whole pouch in your bra?
If it's like a small thing, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you put your coin pouch between your boobs.
Yes.
You don't draw more attention, but more
It
attention.
may
to
draw
people.
more attention from
It's
certain people.
Sir, please, let's finish my
This
sentence.
looks uncomfortable. That's the
My
only-
response is still the fucking same.
So, the people that were looking at your coin pouch to try and steal it seem to be a little bit dissuaded, but you draw the attention of some unsavory characters lurking in the back streets.
I'll live.
I
If
think
anyone gets
we
too close,
should
I hiss at
probably
them.
move on.
So, are you leaving
Right.
Beamos immediately?
We should leave Viamos quickly. Something tells me is that if we
Passing
stay the night,
through Flamingo.
someone looks pointedly at Mocha is going to get us into further trouble.
Okay, so you leave the city of Viamos feeling very tired, very worn down, and not the best. And you end up moving as you're moving through the city. You notice this very large boulder, almost looks like the size of a house, as you pass through. Which seems interesting, but you don't bother investigating it because you're moving straight out the city. And so you set up camp for the night.
How much rations we got left?
I believe.
Oh, for
Should be-
everyone except Mocha, who has 9.
So we'll say technically speaking 9 days worth of rations. I've
Cool.
been ticking those down for you.
Okay, because I could sneak into a establishment and grab some food for us with my invisibility ring.
So
If we are low.
no, you've got enough to get there, just. So you settle in for the night. And I'm not gonna have you do the whole watch thing again, because I'm presuming you'll be doing that anyway.
Uh-huh.
Can all of you please roll me
A
a
D20.
flat d20?
How
15!
suspicious.
Oh, that's a natural 20. Why couldn't you come earlier?
10.
Prior to doing death
Right
saves.
on the middle.
13.
Okay. So nat 20 for Hugmug. The 2 for Mason,
Tragic. Maybe, I don't know.
and a 4 for Xavier.
Is this the watch order?
No. You get your rest in. It is now the 1st of January, 68 AR.
Happy New Year!
It's not very happy for all of you.
Marcel goes up to Florian and pinches him. Pinch, punch,
What is
first day of the
68?
month.
It's 68, right?
Yes.
Oh, damn it. I
It's a new
forgot
year.
about that. And it's first day of the year. Oh, man.
So,
Does that mean I have to kick you as well?
to tell you what the result of your checks are, you all succeed, excluding Mason and Xavier, who have taken on a tiredness level. As you proceed to continue to navigate your path. Getting up, rations, so it should be down to 11 or 8 if your name is Mocha.
Yay, my name's not Mocha. Woohoo.
Fuck.
Never
name
have I
is
been more
Mocha.
glad that my name not be
Actually,
Mocha.
my name is Mocha.
Oh, yeah.
Mocha.
Trying to add more of an accent as time goes on. Okay,
Yes.
so
Eventually,
as
it
you're
just becomes like Eldritch Abomination.
traveling... Anyway.
Oh,
It gets so like mispronounced an accent, and it sounds like a freaking magic spell from a wizard book.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so you travel onwards, and you reach a split in the path. However, because you did not get much sleep and therefore did not recover any health because of the disruption,
What's the disruption?
the fact that you have about 5 to 6 days worth of dirt and uncleanliness that is causing you a great deal of discomfort,
Oh, okay.
meaning that you didn't rest properly. Like, at all.
Didn't you mention that Marcel has something like magic that would be able to clean us?
Yes,
Water.
elemental
Water.
elemental or water would be the way to do it. However, that does not get rid of the smell on your clothing,
Okay.
and doesn't remove the of the dirt and sand from inside your shoes. But you get to a split in the path. Which way are you going? Left or right? Or I guess in this case it technically be straight on or right.
Ask your gods, question mark? Wait, we were told which way to go.
Mm-hmm.
History check.
Oh, which one was it?
Roll it with
Let me-
disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
That would be a 18 total.
Oh, I've got it. Northeast when that will end up in Ishtath. We don't want to go there. So the one that's
You could-
not northeast.
Right. We can either go to Junlas and then to Gapra, or go straight to Gapra.
So, sorry, before we progress any further. So, if I am to understand, you're intending to head north.
Northeast, or you'll go to Ishtath. Okay, so northeast apparently from Vietnam.
Sorry, I just wanted to confirm that I had heard correctly. So you're intending to go to the right or northeast.
Perhaps, sure.
Okay.
That's what I've got in my notes.
Okay. And then, yeah, you will have to decide whether you are going straight to Junlas. Oh, sorry, going to Junlas or straight to Gapra.
Capra. That's what I think.
You seem to have conviction on this matter, Florian.
Florian doesn't want
I
to deal
think
with the
if we
salty bards.
We just get to where we're going as quick as possible.
That is fair. I agree. We'll go to Gatha first. Straight to Gatha, sorry.
You said something, Scoria. Sorry, I missed that.
Junlas is the home to the College of Bards. It's the home to the College of Bards.
Yes, Junlas is the... Sorry. My brain flatlined for a
It's
second
fine.
then. I was like, It's because I'm looking at these nuts.
Stop.
It's because I open the chat and I can just see the sketch staring me down. That's Lucas's reason to not look at the chat. It's fine where it is. I just need to stop looking at the chat and chuckling to myself. So straight to Gapra. Okay. So you carry on traveling. Is anything going?
Make that sound.
I miss Desi.
Oh, look, it's the sun. Ah,
The sun? What? Audible confusion?
the sun, as in S-O-N. The sun dragon.
Oh! The sun! Right, I thought you meant the sun as in the thing in the sky.
mean, I
was like,
could.
hang on a minute. Just butter.
I could, and the meme that I put in chat would make more sense.
For real. Okay, so you're traveling along, and you find that it starts to rain.
Oh man.
Making it take longer to traverse down your path because the snow beneath your feet turns to slush and makes the ground muddy.
Push my.
Pushing who, sorry?
I said I'm not.
Oh. Okay. So you make your way. I know exactly who. I know. And so you end up having to set up camp in a small cave for the night. Please make me another flat D20 roll.
Oh.
I
Another
will-
natural 20. Are you fucking kidding me?
Your dice love you, but they
It's
choose
roll
it.
20.
Oh, roll
Fucking roll
20.
20. I'm losing roll 20, bro.
Okay. So, Florian,
Bother to get my fucking dice out my drawer.
7.
7. 7 or 11? 7.
7.
Okay, you gain 1 level of tiredness. A 3. 1 level of tiredness. Marcel,
6.
1 level of tiredness. Mocha,
12.
you're fine. Scoria,
Yes.
you rolled a nat 20. You're fine.
Is there somewhere on my sheet to do the?
Look on your
Look
skill
on travel.
page.
Oh, you've
You'll
done.
notice I have ticked it for you.
Just a travel.
Thank you.
Oh, there we go.
If you look where my my thing is.
Yeah.
Thank you for exhausting me.
Blaming
But-
Mocha, right?
Mason and Xavier have disadvantage on this because they're already. Okay, so you're 2 in. Fun.
Oh, that's half movement speed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and that's a 3. Okay. It's a 3 and a 4. For Xavier. Okay. So somehow Mocha and Scoria are still managing.
I'm wide fucking awake.
I'm wide awake.
I'm imagining Mocha's reasoning for that is because she ate like 4 days worth of basically like ate 3 days worth of rations in one sitting and just has energy to spare. And Scoria's
My
is just
tum-tum.
stubborn willpower. I'm picturing Scoria's is just stubborn willpower that she refuses to become tired after what, and see Mocha fresh as a daisy. It's like, I will outlast you. Damn you. And so
Yeah.
you get up the next
Yeah.
morning, and the tiredness is starting to settle in. You feel sluggish. You feel heavy. And Mason and Xavier are looking significantly worse for wear. They are looking rough. So you carry on traveling towards Gapra. And you manage to make it out of the mountain pass, and it opens up. And so you follow it around, following the mountain towards just out of range of the forest. It's like within within like the if like a brain cell, just within the horizon. So you can see on the horizon the forest that you will have to make your way through to get to Gapra. And so you settle down again for the next rest. What, another D20, another flat D20. Those of you who have tiredness already, you'll be rolling with disadvantage.
For real?
For real.
That's a 15.
Five.
If you'd like to take off your second tiredness level, Hugmug rolled a 19 and a 16, so he's fine. Marcel,
12.
did you roll disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay, you're
17
fine.
and a 12.
Mocha,
18.
you're fine. Scoria, remind me.
15.
15. Okay. That is a 6 for Mason.
Oh no.
Tiredness
Can we
level
tell how
3.
far away we are?
You're
That's
a...
half max HP.
Yeah. And then... 18 and a 1. Ooh.
Wow.
So,
Is this because we stink?
this is because you're not sleeping properly. Picture, if you
Because-
will, you are...
Because we're so uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're filthy. Even with Marcel's ability to use elemental orb water, the dirt isn't necessarily getting cleaned out of your fur. You're just getting wet and then drying again. Which is...
Not have soap?
When we get to, before when we wake up, Gloria is gonna suggest when we get into the forest, maybe we should try and find some sort of lake or something.
You do have
Yeah,
soap,
we do have
Florian.
soap.
However,
I have soap.
cold water. It's not going to get rid of anything.
So we'll still lather up dirt.
Yeah, lather off dirt. For those of you that don't have fur,
We'll get out of her.
you ever tried using a bar of soap on fur? On Fluff. Fluff. It will clean the top coat, yes. It will not purge the dirt from the underside of your coat. Get like an undercoat.
Right.
Basically protects your skin.
Should try and find a leak or something when we get into the forest.
Hmm.
So you're keeping yourselves not smelly, but the dirt itself has rooted itself in the undercoat that protects your skin from water. Basically means that you don't get wet immediately. For some species it is thinner, for some it is very dense. Be glad you're not rabbit folk. Because their undercoat is dense as fuck. Flashback to Penton.
I imagine like Scoria has been preening her wings before bed, but they're still.
Yeah, you've been doing your best to keep your wings clean, but there is like a thick layer of like oil that's built up on your feathers that's just generally unpleasant. You know, like when you've not been able to like wash your face for a whole day and it's been really hot out. That like really uncomfortable feeling. That's what Scoria's wings feel like right now. It's also the fact that you've not been able to properly clean your sleeping bags, because by the time that you clean them out properly, a full day would have passed. So you're basically sleeping in dirt. The joys of traveling. And so the next day, you get towards the forest, and when you get there, this is now the 3rd of January, 68 AR. God, that feels weird to say out loud. You have to take it slower as you go through here. Xavier very kindly informs you of the wolf spiders that live in these forests. Let's see if the party recall what these things are. It's fine if you don't.
Yeah.
Begrudgingly, it's like, For those of the party that don't remember, it is the gargantuan spiders that are like fucking huge.
Is tiredness the same as exhausted?
No. They are not, unfortunately. I see where your thought process was with that. But no.
Yeah, I'm looking at my spell list.
But no, unfortunately, tiredness is completely separate from fatigue and exhaustion.
I'm assuming that Micah and I have healed from the comet.
Yeah, I'd say so. Because I haven't topped your health up yet, because you've been very fortunate with your rolls. So yeah, Mocha are gonna bump your HP up to full. You're more than welcome to. Because you and Scoria have been resting properly.
The consequences of my actions, except there are no consequences.
Oh, I guarantee you the rest of everyone else is probably gonna throw hands when you get there. But yeah, the wolf spiders are huge spiders. They are 15 by 15
I have 900
foot.
HP.
Oh, well done. So let me just because I'm gonna do this. So you guys remember what these look like? You hate me for it. Oh. I use the pixel art version because it'll be less painful on the eyes. But huge spiders. And so you have to travel at half the pace. And eventually, you get to Gapra. Just outside the city gates as night falls. And the guardsmen at the gate stop you. Excuse me.
Hello.
What are you doing? What are you doing here?
Passing through.
Okay.
Traveling. And hoping to get some rest.
So you want inside the city?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Probably not allowed.
And he looks at you with a bit of disbelief. I don't know what's happened to you. You smell awful.
We have been traveling for many days. We would really like a rest and a bath. Is that okay?
You got permits? Most people, when they're traveling, have some sort of travel permit.
Do we have travel permits?
No.
Fucking.
I have never heard of such a thing.
We normally get it from the. We normally get it because of the Bard College. They get a lot of their students come here and cause havoc, so we've had to get a system to keep these people out.
I can assure you, sir, we are not bards. I can't sing, I can't dance, I can't play an instrument. I just want a bath.
Alright. I'll see if my boss will be fine with it. He goes up to the gate. And starts asking, and you notice there are some questions being asked. And I'm just going to put this down in the chat for you so you can see what they look like, because I can't describe
Oh,
this.
great. I can't wait for two hot men to appear in the feed.
Please, 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 please.
Oh yeah, smoking hot. You have no idea.
As a Numo male,
Okay, never mind.
bruh.
Shit! No! 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 I shut your heads! No!
As a Numo man steps forward, his hair comes back. It's I'm just using that image as an example of roughly what Numo looked like. I'll get a better image. 'Cause that's not a very good one. I don't know why I grabbed that one. Let me get on with the cute hat. Here you go. He's wearing illusionist clothes, but that's what Numo's supposed to look like. Not whatever the fuck the one above it was. And approaches. What's going on out here?
Hello.
Oh, goodness, look at the state of you all.
Yes, I am very sorry for the state of us. We have been traveling for a very long time.
Are my men giving you a hard time?
No, they're okay. We would just like a bed and a bath.
Tell me, what
That is a travel permit that is needed to get into Capra?
And the Numo looks over at the guardsman. And the guardsman flinches. Was Ted's idea, sir. I've just about had it with you, Terry. Go on. Go back to the barracks, grab your things, you're fired. Honestly.
I think you need to
That seems a
fire
little
him.
harsh.
No, he's been doing that a lot recently.
Is he not supposed to?
No. He's supposed to check if they have travel permits, and if not, he's supposed to check them down for any instruments and then send them in. But, you see, bards from the college like to be a bit mischievous at times.
He did
But
mention
that is what he did.
Did he check you down for instruments?
No.
No, he went to get you.
Well, I've never heard of a travel permit in all my days.
Oh,
No such thing has ever been instated. Would explain why we've not had many people coming in from other towns lately. God's sake. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you all. My name is Reginald Clover. I'm this town's mayor.
hello, I am Marcel. Nice to meet you.
Mocha.
I am sorry for our appearance. We skipped getting any rest in Vienos because someone decided to attract some rather unscrupulous attention.
Oh, are you talking about Janine?
Who?
Janine?
The brown dragon that lives up in the mountains near the pass.
Janine.
Oh, she has a name. That's
we didn't
great.
get to know her name because the same person that the reason why we skipped Viamos was the one that insulted her son.
It was an
So we got
accident.
trapped.
I'm guessing you didn't stay at I'm guessing you didn't stay in Viamos, judging by the state of you all.
No, we decided after entering Viamos, when Mocha here decided to not so subtly store her coin pouch in her bra.
Oh, she's a bosom penny. The bosom penny, right? Well-
Score it here, full out chest.
And, young madam, if I might be so bold as to ask, what exactly were you hiding? I can't imagine it was just your coin purse. There's not. Otherwise, your companions' coin pouches would be stored elsewhere. As even makes note of the exposed coin pouches of the rest of the party.
Can I look at everyone else to judge if I'm going to be stupid for telling him the truth?
Most of the, I'm gonna say that most of the party, from your perception, because you're fresh as a daisy, Scoria's still a bit moody with you, and everyone else looks wiped. It's really hard to tell.
Use your
I found
best
a
judgment.
thing, and I don't know the value of it, so I thought I would just hide it in there so that no one can get it, apart from me, unless they're perverted.
He approaches
Yeah, they
you.
were perverted.
He approaches you, and for context, this man is 4'7". So he's. I can't think of the rough
Gloria
estimate.
face
Like,
palms at that description because it's like the most suspicious description you could give something.
he
It's not illegal
seems-
drugs.
He seems curious.
That makes it worse.
Might I ask what this interesting item is? If you're not sure what it's worth, I could appraise it. I'm quite known for taking an interest in geodes and rocks of different sorts. If that's what it is.
Is there anyone else near me? Am I outside? I want to be
Gloria is
outside.
staring you down.
You are looking down at the man. He seems very genuine, very nice. Please
Can we
don't.
get somewhere a bit more private before I'm pulling things out of my undergarments?
He looks confused. Well, I presume it's somewhere around your chest. I can look away if you like, but
Yeah, but the
I
thing
have to be
as
certain.
well.
I have to be certain that you're not bringing an explosive into my city.
Mocha,
No
just
offense
tell-
meant.
Okay, well, I bend down. I think it's a gold nugget.
And he looks at you. Might I see said gold nugget?
I guess.
And you realize that failure to comply here may prevent you from entering the city. This much is
Okay.
obvious to you.
Okay, I will discreetly pull it out, like the pouch,
Okay.
and I open the pouch so that he can look inside the pouch, but I'm very much holding it.
He takes the gold nugget out of,
Fuck!
out of the pouch and looks it over. Well, I would say, my best estimate, this is worth about just over 21,000 gil, give or take.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
If you'd be so willing as to let me take this off your hands, I could offer you a residence within my manor for as long as you need to recover from your journey.
I mean,
Does
Can
that-
I make an appraisal check?
You may.
Oh, I have disadvantage from skill checks rolls it.
I think everybody that isn't Scoria or Mocha has disadvantage on every roll they make.
They're both threes.
it's one level. Of
So that's
disadvantage on checks.
7.
Yes, there's 7.
Mm-hmm.
You'd say the man's missing a few hundred gil, but he's pretty on the money with it. Well,
I think it sounds like a nice idea.
in that
What
case
does-
then,
Xavier think because he's quite
Xavier
Well
is
versed.
so
I want
tired.
to go to bed.
He looks like he is resisting the urge to strangle you where you stand.
Okay, well, let's go to your manor and we can formalize an agreement. Meanwhile, I think Xavier looks like he's about to die on the spot, so let's make it quick.
Xavier
I don't
puts
wanna
a
die.
very heavy hand on your shoulder, glares at you like he's about to tear your insides out through your rear end. You can take the gold nuggets, sir. We very much appreciate the effort you have put in. Well, that's a little bit harsh. You can release her shoulder now. Sorry, tiredness.
Help.
Ugh. And Mayor Clover leads you to his manor, where we shall end the session, as you are taken to the bathhouse. And that's where we will end the session.
That's fun.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Will we see Janine?